cable car up again, so got a moment just to say how it's been going so far. So yeah, we've had some decent days finally. So we've had 3 tasks. Today's going to be the 4th task. It looks like it's probably the first 2 were a bit borderline. I think on the task no one got to goal, on the other one only a few number of people got to goal. They were quite low scoring. Yesterday was a better day. A lot of people got to goal. Unfortunately, I wasn't quite one of them. I just missed the last turn point, which was really frustrating because up until sort of making a mistake fairly well, I didn't get an ideal start. Got myself quite very low after the first turn point. Had to scratch my way up from there, but then after that I'd managed to make positions and I'd got myself up where I think I was the second of the sports class pilots. We've got a huge distance to go, but then I tried to play too safe. I went round a longer route, which I thought was guaranteed to get me into goal. The people that went the shorter route overtook me, and then to add insult to injury, when I came in came in a long way below them, and I arrived in a sync cycle and just couldn't go up and couldn't get the climb I needed to get the last legs of the course. So in the end I hung around for ages trying to get a last climb that would just get me enough height to finish the course, but it never came, and so I had to go out and glide anyway. I was hoping that maybe I might get some magic lift in the valley, or I might get a little thermal I could use somewhere to just stretch me enough that I could make it, but it didn't quite happen, and I was just landing short of goal yesterday, which was really frustrating. Yeah, especially because I had been, as I say, I think despite the mistake despite getting a bit low at the start and then having to dig myself out of a hole, after that point I'd actually been flying really well. But anyway, that's hang gliding. Yeah, quite fine balances and just wrong decision, and you can lose an awful lot of time as a result. And then if that wrong decision gets a bit of bad luck mixed in as well, then more so. But the good news is today looks like a really good day. It looks slightly better even than yesterday, and yesterday was pretty good actually. So you can just see in a very far distance, you might or might not be able to see it, but just peeking out over in the haze over there is Monte Rosa, which is a long way away, and I haven't seen that all the time I've been here. It's either been cloud, to be honest, or it's just been really hazy and with very low visibility. So that's quite a good sign. It shows the air's a bit clearer, so hopefully it's going to be a bit more buoyant, a bit more unstable, so a bit stronger thermals hopefully, so, and maybe even a higher cloud base, so we might get a better day today even than yesterday. So yeah, I'm 11th overall in the comp at the moment, 7th in the sports class. So I'll be launching position 11, which is kind of a bit of a mixed blessing, because if I was in 10th, because the top 10 places get reversed for launch order, so the 10th person has first. So by being in 11th, at least I'm not the very first person in the air. So it gives a bit of a chance for people to mark thermals and for me to see what it's like. Also, just a bit less long in the start before the race, because yesterday it was it was a really tiring flight. It was a long time just even before the race started to sort of hang around and trying to stay in the air, and very crowded as well. So yeah, it's quite a high workload before the race even starts. You're feeling quite tired, and then moderately long time in the air after that as well, and so by the end of it I was feeling really shattered by the time I landed. But yeah, so hopeful for today. You'll be able to follow it on the live tracking again. If you need a recap on how hang gliding competitions work, then check out my earlier YouTube video where I go through it, and yeah, keep watching. Cheers, bye.